seed of a flower. We plant it, and from it we set the seed of the creation of a tree and its roots, a twin system, as we discussed last week. So is the soul of the man. The soul of the man will become that seed. And then from it, as we said, will create that life. And with it, to sustain it, needs to carry the same principle as what we've seen in the world of creation of the Creator. There is no difference between the seed sown in the ground that become a root and a tree, the soul of the man, and its existence when it departs from the physicality of this world. In the physical side, we call the other one the spirit, or what we call soul of physicality, where the soul of the man, the center sets. It's the same when your body leaves itself behind and the soul of the man travels the span of the universe to become that, to become that point. But now what we need to understand is simple. What is inside this seed? That in interaction with the other fields of the universe, it become the start of a sun, a galaxy, a universe, a planet, a dust speck in the universe. What is in this soul of the man? There is no difference with what it is in an electron, in a neutron. Combination of magnetic field, order of existence, order of interactions. So the soul of the man becomes that seed of the hydrogen that will try to create what we call is existence, or what we call is electron, that again will become that process of the hydrogen. If you're not prejudiced about your own existence, you will understand the truth about the creation. Then you can explore, you can go deeper in the positions of the space to see where you are, how you're interacting, how do you want to interact, what radiation you want to create that you need in your body to absorb. Because the radiation you absorb, the food you absorb in your body is the interaction of your soul with its environment. That gamma ray, that alpha ray, that beta ray, that rays that man has not even got a clue about in the strength in the world of creation. Be referred back to this. 3, 4, 5 years ago, when we had the Indian guru sitting in front of us and they were proud, he hasn't eaten for 20 days. And I explained to him, by moving your lung and breathing system, you absorb different energies. Now we understand the principle behind it. Now you understand when you come in the enhancement unit, how we interact with you. Now you understand why this Sunday, when we sit to dine with the Creator, how you absorb the food. You might not feel anything because the soul takes what it needs. Maybe you come full, your stomach is full of food, energy, it needs, your body, your soul doesn't accept. I felt nothing because I ate from the sources of humanity. We come to the point that we need to understand the principle of creation. If man is becoming the passenger of the universe, if man becoming correct to understanding his own creation. Now we understand. Now we see. Now we expand the knowledge beyond the limitation. Now the point for us is, how do we communicate? How this ball of energy we call the soul of the man with the fields inside it. We call it a proton with a field inside it. We call it an electron with a field inside it. We call it a star with a field inside it. What is its essence? How does it communicate in world of creation? How does it connect with the others? How does it find the rays which is part of it, it needs, it can give to? In a world of matter state, we force the release of the energy. We chew it, we swallow it, we bring it in and we force it with the enzymes and acidity in the stomach and whatever else to release its energy. We kill another object, another entity for us to be able to take in, to be able to crunch it, to be able to reduce it in the strength that we can handle it, as energy in our stomach that become a cell of our heart, a cell of the brain, and whatever. What will be interesting is that man in the near future will find out the production of the cells in the brain of the man has nothing to do with the rest of the body. It's decided by the soul in interaction with the physicality which he has created, which interacts with the environment which is living in. That is why you get Alzheimer's. Because the soul decides, I'm not producing this part anymore, or I'm blocking production. It's not done by your stomach, it's not done by the process where the cells of your lung and heart is created. The creation of the cell of the brain of the man is decided by the soul. In collection of the fields within it, with interaction of the soul of the mother, the soul of the creator, and the soul of the planet, place and the position in the universe. Then the point it comes, even in the womb of the mother, how does the soul interact with the soul of the mother? Why do we get diabetic 1 when you're born? Because the emotion interaction with the field of the mother and the child, the torture which the mother goes through, the pregnancy, abusive husband, condition of life, will create the demand for insulin, you call it. The creation, the need for sugar, that's what you call the basic corner of the lifestyle, CH3. In that respect, then the emotion within the soul of the child decides the condition of absorption, creation, and control of sugar communication line. Why do we call it a sugar? Why we have got this knowledge in our hand, even as knowledge seekers, and we never understood it? From day one, when we introduced CH3 to you, we called it the initial energy source sugar of life. This is why you as knowledge seekers, when you have diabetic, you look into CH3 and find a solution with it if you understand it. Otherwise, it's dismissed. But again comes, why hydrogen again? The essence of the center. And why carbon again? Because the hydrogen is the material where all the plasmas are made of. And in the world of creation, the carbon is a communicator. Depending, now you understand on what you want. You want a matter state energy, you link up to the carbon 12 in absorbing energy from the cosmos, which is 80% of the energy you use, you to go to carbon 14. Again, as we heard in the intro, look at the energy, not how many electrons and protons and all that rubbish man has created to, in a way, mislead himself, to fool itself away from reality. in that process, now we understand. Now we see why and how the universe communicates. The universe doesn't matter, it's in the cell of the man, on the moon, moon and earth, on the sun, sun and earth, the galaxy and the universe, and the universes in the universe. They're all energy packed with different interaction, creating galaxies, the suns, the moons, and the planet. We call it up clock and down clock and the rest of the rubbish which the world of physics has accepted. Then we have to understand, we have no choice but to grasp the totality of the creation, where you have one source of energy you call the soul, and one line of communication you call carbon-14. In a matter state, you use the energy of a carbon. In a universal condition, in deep space and absorption of the energy, you use it as carbon-14. Why CH3 is the essence of the creation of life on this planet is because this little funny chap called hydrogen, through its dimension, through its interaction, through you eat starch, sugar, whatever you call it, has the capability to behave as carbon-14 H3 or carbon-14 SH. Now, if you understand the game that CH3 plays in the life of the man, in the universe, now you will have unraveled the secret of creation and communication anywhere in the universe. Where in a physical condition of the man, you rely on CH3 as a carbon-12 and additional hydrogens, that the interaction creates absorption and releases energy of one hydrogen, or it behaves very much like a CH3 as carbon-14 and extra hydrogen. That hydrogen is the center of the soul, is the connection to the two souls. And carbon-14 in a body of the man, in a dimension of existence, in a world of the communication, the light you see from another star in your eye is the line of communication in a cosmic ray level. And carbon-12 is in matter state condition of the plasma of the body of the
Mr. Keshe, we lost the sound there.
Well, you are forever connected to the universe. Day or night, asleep or alive, or as a soul, or as an entity in the universe. You are connected. You're continuously absorbing, interacting, giving and taking from the energy fields of the universe radiation. But you go for that 20% of carbon-14 as a carbon-12, which leads you to kill, to crunch, to swallow, to digest, to do what? To bring it back again to carbon-14, to create a link between cells of the body of the. How you test this, turn it and twist it and angle it, you call it vitamin B, you call it vitamin C, you call it calcium, you call it whatever you like in your body. Then you understand for the first time when I tell you, you eat 3 meals a day. You take 2,000 calories. You eat 24 hours a day from the energy of the universe, you take 80% of your energy. Then you understand why even emotion makes you fat. Why even emotion gives you cancer. It's that line of communication. It's that line of carbon 14, which interacts with the soul. Now you see what and how the teaching past years brings you to essence of your own creation, communicating within you what you eat, what you take in the universe, in the space, and what you can create in space. If you understood the position of the hydrogen and deuterium and tritium, then you understand why even man has the characteristics of intelligence. A sheep brain works 99% of the time in parallel with the Earth's magnetic field. It creates only hydrogen. Man has a habit of lying down and standing up as a spectrum of radiation. If you look at the humanity, if you look at the world of creation on this planet, why we see animals which can go vertical and horizontal have a different intelligence than the animals which are mostly horizontal. Why birds have a different intelligence? Because continuously the interaction of the field of the soul with the environment and with the standard understanding of the science of creation creates a spectrum of radiations which part of it in interaction with the physicality of the brain creates intelligence. Diversity of fields interactions. It's literally you give one thing to koala because the way it sits and it structures his life to be upright all the time, that to a man which sits, bends, tests different kind of matter state energies, creating variation, combination of fields, which in interaction with each other create intelligence. The interaction with the soul and the soul of the environment and soul of physicality in different angles creates different field radiation that man even haven't measured or understood in the world of creation. Now you understand why we went in the teaching of cosmic ray, because it's the only way now you understand what you call this field interaction with the other souls, field interaction between the earth and the moon, we call it the cosmic ray. Because it comes from cosmos. It comes from interaction of carbon-14 in transmitting from one point to another. And what happened when you learn how to jump on this bandwagon of fields, they give you instant zero time communication and transportation. If you go toward the center of it, or you go away from it, will give you transmutation in that direction and transportation when you go deeper in the matter state. But with the knowledge, with the systems which we have created now, we can move you. We can shift the angle of the interaction of your brain with us. This is why when we are together on the 16th, on the 19th, on the 20th, we all feel the same. We go in the same direction. We interact with the same fields because now your soul cannot move. I trapped it between the two headphones. Doesn't matter. You lie down, you get up, whatever. Some feel interaction with the environment, we interact with the line of the fields, we transfer it to your soul. We interact with your soul. And in a way, we give you in that position, as your soul sits in the middle and the two headphones, direction to the rest of the universe. But we tell you, the sweetie is here, and all of you, doesn't matter how many with your headphones, will come to that sweetie. This is how in the head units and your headphones and the new systems we make, we tell you, we go to see the soul of Muhammad, blessed his name, or Christ, the beautiful soul. Because I have already shown you the strength field of the soul. And you come in, and the interaction will create you that beautiful light. Now you see, nothing is magic, and you understand it. And I promise, I'll never bring a magic up, but I'll show you the magic. It's you who can fool itself, not fooled by us. Now you understand how the systems we have put in, and you come in or you join in, brings variation and a new dimension to your understanding. Mr. Keshe, I came in, but I felt nothing. I didn't have a banana, and I didn't enjoy the kebab. The Chinese brought in the sushis, the Japanese brought in, and they said they didn't feel any sushi because you came in with a full stomach of expectation. How many of you this Sunday will taste the essence of the creation of the Creator? How many of you will smell the soul of it? You thought the body of the man only carries odor? Let's till one of you smell the odor of the Creator. You give your life for it. Let alone sing it or feel it. Now you understand. The technology we submit and we have brought in is to take man the correct way. That cannot be fooled by no magician anywhere in the name of prophet on this planet and beyond. The only magic is understanding of the process of the creation of the condition at the time and the place where it interacts. Now you understand why we put hydrogen and why we put another thing and why we create cosmic rays. The first time I created the cosmic rays in the nuclear contained reactors in Tehran was magic, because Iranian scientists sitting on the table with me, they said, nobody understands these things. But now every one of you understand it. The intelligence, the knowledge of you as knowledge seekers has reached the level of the professors and the prophets of the past. Because now there is no magic. You understand how Christ rose the dead. You understand how the other guy cut something else. And you understand how the other guy did not bring the rest of the messages from the mountain. It would suit them in the dimension of interaction of their souls with their environment and the people who were there to do. If you understand the simple principle of the creation, which I showed you today, you cannot be fooled unless you want to be fooled anywhere in the universe. You need to understand the position, the interaction. the understanding and the totality of the total knowledge we have dispersed. We have to see, we have to understand, we have to be part of how our world has come to be created, how initial essence of the main plasma, the main energy fields we call the creator, has led to the creation of us as a moon. Every soul of every created thing is that another moon, as we see with Saturn and with Jupiter, with Earth and other entities in the universe. Now we need to comprehend. Now we have come to the point, the final points of creation. In the future, when the time comes, when man intelligence reaches understanding of part of the totality, then I will explain to you how the fields in the hydrogen gathered. By what principle one plasma decides to be the size of the electron, and one decides to be the size of the soul of the creator. And there is no difference between the two in the process of their creation. Then the question for humanity will come, where did the fields of the soul of the creator came from? Then at that point, you will understand, you need to understand about the universal fields and not just only cosmic rays, where the universal fields come from a different dimension of interaction and is the creator of the totality. The prophet of the past, being given the knowledge, they came out with different levels. In the dimension of the writing of Baha'u'llah, bless his name, he refers to 7 valleys. Muhammad wrote it in a different name, so did Jesus, so did Moses, so did Buddha. But in essence, the valleys is the levels of the life of the soul in the dimension of their existence, and no more. Very much the way you call it chakras. When you understand one leads to creation of the other. When you understand one, you understand how one was created out of the others. Now for humanity, there is one question. What man, what the world of knowledge of the man will take man to with this new knowledge and this new understanding? And in what point in the world of creation you decide to become, to live in the dimension of the physicality or in the dimension of the soul in connection with the universe. So, as we say in Farsi, you've been eating from 2 pots when you got 2 wives. One from the pot of physicality and one from pot of the soul. And as is the habit of the man, he only shows what is stolen, which is the energy packs of the others in the dimension of physicality. Now you understand why all the time in the teachings I refer to 80% of what you take, you do not see, is from the universe. Because in a way, your body continuously creates a condition within it, as you call it the cells, and you call it plasma energy packs, how to tap into 14, then tap into 12. If you understood this, now you understand why you die by age. Because your soul learns more to tap to this. Doesn't need this end. The soul has learned to become the user of the line of communication of the universal field, cosmic rays, and then being satisfied with killing others. Have you ever asked yourself why you get older, you eat less? I don't want to eat this. I can't eat this. Because the body is getting ready for transformation from carbon 12 energy transfer to carbon 14. You're taking more and more. The soul is getting mature. The soul finding connection with the other points. And then you say, I have no fear of death. Because your soul has prepared the physicality for leave the mess behind what I used to mature myself, be it the physicality of the man. Now even you should understand the purpose of life, the purpose of old age, the purpose of what you get to that point. But if the man is mature enough, if the man becomes wise enough, he can create a balance between the two and live the life of ever eternity. You've been searching for the fountain of youth. You have dismissed the process of creation. Because the soul has no age. You're always young as the day you were born. Age, time, is the trap for the dimension of physicality. Now, in all these teachings, you come to understand, and you have to answer this question to yourself. Am I the creator, or am I the created? Did I come from that seed which in interaction led to creation of the tree with the roots and the branch? And is my created that soul which creates that dimension? This is how, now you understand, we transmute you from matter state in New York. We take you to carbon 14 transmission energy, and we land you in London back in carbon 12 connection. Now you understand the magic and the connection between transmutation and transportation. When we transmute you, we use the line of communication of energy transfer of carbon 14. And when we transfer you, we give you a donkey and a carbon 12. Then it comes, it has to come in an upcoming time for many of you. Why then? I'm not hungry anymore when I arrive in London, where I was starving in New York. Why, in a condition of the earthquake in Turkey, so many people are starving, eating, and no medicine? Where the diversion and conversion of the soul in understanding every one of them should be able to transform. Broken leg out of the rebel in the dimension of physicality, walking with none. That in dimension of physicality on the rubble, the soul will bring out and walk alive. Exactly what the Christ did. But this time you understand the knowledge, you allow the truth about your own soul, and you do it yourself. Or the creator of your soul does it to create a new manifestation. And if on that rebel you were brown eyes and black hair and all your life wanted to be blonde and blue eyes, you manifest yourself next to the physicality you left behind as blue eye, blonde hair, and you become resurrection of Christ. Now you understand there is no magic. This is why you have the purpose of all these transmutation systems, UBISO, enhancement unit, is to tell you, fool yourself long enough. The soul is here. Man has fooled himself for billions of years, denying the existence of his creator, and has become the created in the dimension of physicality. Imprisoning the creator within it, call it the soul of the man. Now, are you the creator or created? Or is it all within? I am the beginning and I am the end. Now, it should be very easy for you knowledge seekers who understand this to move to the next step, to the next understanding. And once you become mature to it, you will start asking questions not about cosmic rays, but about universal rays, which led to creation of the creator, which created the cosmic rays that you understand. That needs absolute purity and sincerity in understanding the knowledge of the creator of the creators. That you yourself is one of. When you create a child and his infant always looks up to you because you are very big and you're the creator of it. And then you yourself look up to the skies to see the creator which created you. But in essence, the soul of that created child and the essence of the soul of the creator which created you is all the same. Comes from the same source, comes from understanding of the knowledge of the creation in the interaction of the fields of the universe. As Muhammad, bless his name, said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. This is the totality of the gift of the creator. This is the beginning to the end. And no one understood the message of Muhammad. Blessed peace on those who understand the process of the creation, from the beginning to the end, and for all the beauties which has given you. It's you who have ignored it. Now you understand how a simple CH3 you created in the bottles for years has been the essence of your own creation in the dimension of the physicality or in the dimension of the soul. You want to keep it trapped, or you want to let it be free in a bigger dimension.